Welcome to the Elder Abuse Training for Volunteers at PAVCare. My name is Maria Varela and I am the Volunteer Program Assistant and Home Care Volunteer Coordinator. You can stop this video at any time. Press play when you're ready to continue. PAVCare's mission is partnering for fullness of life in communities where all people is cherished. Our mission and vision are lived through our We Care values, which are well-being, ethics, co-creating, accountability, respect, and effectiveness. Today we are going to share with you some information about elder abuse. What is it? How to identify it? How to and to who you can report any incidents? The importance of maintaining confidentiality, and provide you with helpful resources for the residents and yourself. What is elder abuse? Elder abuse is not a new problem. Our society is increasingly recognizing and describing elder abuse as a range of situations that involve the maltreatment or neglect of older people by people they trust, such as family or friends or a personal care worker. Elder abuse is a problem that exists in both developing and developed countries. For example, in Australia, it is calculated that 14% of older persons experience elder abuse in any given year. Experts are available across Australia to help and support older people. The Australian Institute of Family Studies and the Domestic Violence Resource Centre, Victoria, provide information about elder abuse and who you can contact in case you want more information or seek advice on elder abuse. Please note, self-neglect, age discrimination, and strange relationships with a relative are not examples of elder abuse. Elder abuse can take different forms. The most common forms of elder abuse are financial abuse and neglect. However, these are often subtle and can be undetected by others, as usually the main perpetrators are family members or close contacts of the victim, who spend more time with them alone. Any form of abuse caused by an external person or service provided is not considered elder abuse. Some helpful definitions to better understand the different types of elder abuse are: first, physical abuse. It is a deliberate act that causes pain, injury, or intimidation of an older person. This includes all forms of physical assault or restraint. Second, psychological abuse. It is any action or threat that causes fear of violence, isolation, deprivation, or humiliation. Third, neglect. It is the failure of a carer to provide basic necessities such as food, shelter, medical care, or preventing someone else from providing them. Fourth, sexual abuse. It is any sexual contact, language, or display of pornography. This includes obscene jokes or phone calls in front of a resident or client, as well as inappropriate handling when undertaking personal care activities. Finally, financial abuse. It is the illegal or improper use of the older person's finances. On this slide, we present a few examples of different situations that may happen when an older person is suffering elder abuse. As we mentioned before, the abuse can be subtle and easily dismissed. If you suspect that a resident or client is suffering from elder abuse, please speak with your volunteer coordinator or a member of the senior management staff, who will be able to guide you and follow up the situation. Please keep in mind that victims of elder abuse may be unwilling or unable to tell you about what they are suffering. This is a difficult decision for them to take. So, what is your role as a volunteer? The role of a volunteer is to assist and provide guidance to PAVCare's clients and residents, which include making sure that their environment is safe and calm when you are with them. We understand that these type of incidents are difficult, but the best way you can help is by being calm at all times and show empathy to the older person. Respond with kindness, show that you believe them and are willing to listen to them. Also, if you feel unsafe or uncomfortable, remember to take care of yourself first. Reports are important because they help us to keep track of and manage any hazards that could jeopardize the residents' or client safety. Elder abuse is a sensitive topic. However, you must report any incident to your volunteer coordinator or senior management staff, even when you are not sure if what you saw is elder abuse. All reports will be investigated and staff will make sure that the resident or client is safe. Remember, elder abuse reports are confidential and can only be discussed with and reported to authorized senior staff. If a resident tells you that they are being abused by another person, or if a person tells you that they are abusing a resident or client, please report this immediately. For information about what to do next, go to slide 13. Appear's open door policy allows information to be communicated directly with senior staff who can change or implement measures that will help the residents or clients to be safe. If you are not able to speak with any of the senior management members, feel free to speak with reception staff who will tell you what to do and schedule a meeting with the best point of contact available that day. Rest assured, your name and contact details will be protected at all times. The physical and psychological well-being of the resident and client are important. Further, you must not discuss what happened with anyone outside Bapcare, including your family or friends. As a volunteer, you commit to comply with Bapcare's information privacy policy, and any data breach may result in the termination of your volunteer role. In this slide, you will see the information required to report any incident. Your volunteer coordinator or the senior staff will ask you for this information. These details are needed to submit the incident on RISMAN, which is Bapcare's risk management system, and to report to the authorities if needed. Please try to describe the incident in detail. After you report the incident or your concerns to your volunteer coordinator or with senior staff, they will submit an official report to our risk management system within 24 hours. All reports are referred to and followed up by qualified staff. The outcome of the investigation will allow Bapcare to implement the required measures and changes. The safety of our residents, clients, staff, and volunteers is our priority. If there is an immediate threat or you observe an incident, consider whether or not it's safe for you, the resident or client, and other people around you to take immediate action. Remember, your safety is first. In case the resident or client tells you about the abuse, remain calm and show empathy. Listen to them patiently and without judgment. Respond in a caring manner and ask them if they would like immediate help. Also, assure the victim that Bapcare will help them at any time. Most importantly, empower the resident or client to take control of their life. As a volunteer, the most subtle way you can use to de-escalate the situation without physical intervention is by redirecting the attention or changing the topic. First, consider whether you can distract the participants to stop the abuse in a safe manner. If it is safe to do so, you can ask them questions like, do you want a glass of water? So, what did you do this weekend? Oh, do you remember the movie or TV show you told me to watch last week? Oh, let me tell you about the show that I started this weekend. It is really interesting, and you can continue giving details to start a conversation. Or if you can, try to get the resident or client to leave the scene with you by saying, it's time for our daily walk, or we should go for a daily walk. We understand that identifying elder abuse can be challenging. If you're in doubt, you can always bring the topic up in a subtle way. Remember to listen, respond with kindness, and maintain an attitude that does not blame, judge, or pressure the client or resident to respond. Some good questions are you okay? Or is there anything I can do for you right now? Also, keep in mind victims of abuse find it difficult to talk about what they are going through. If you don't feel confident or comfortable asking these questions, you can always discuss your concerns with your volunteer coordinator, who will be able to follow up with the resident or client. In case the resident or client decide to tell you about the abuse, please reassure them that Backer will help them at any time, and they are free to make a decision of accepting or refusing Backer support. In case you're in the presence of physical elder abuse and things escalate to a dangerous level, please do the following. For in-home care volunteers, please pick up your phone and things and leave the house immediately. Once you are outside, call your volunteer coordinator, who will call the police for you. In case that your volunteer coordinator doesn't answer the phone, then call the police. For residential aged care volunteers, you will need to leave the room immediately and go to the closest nurse station. We understand that this can be a difficult situation for you, but you need to look out for your safety first. Remember, volunteers are not expected to intervene. Stop for Safety gives volunteers the authorization to stop any job or any activity that the volunteer perceives as dangerous for them and others. Volunteers must not return to the site or client's residence until all risks are controlled. In stopping your volunteer activities, you agree to immediately contact your volunteer coordinator or supervisor to discuss the situation. After then, will follow up and establish a solution. Safety and interests of the victim are our priority and will always be over the interests of other family members or any close contacts. If residents and clients are capable, encourage them to make their own decisions and assure them that they will receive assistance and information. After residents and clients will always be free to refuse services at any time. Please report any incident even if you are not sure if it is a case of elder abuse. For example, if the resident or client has a sudden change of behavior, such as being quiet when he or she used to be really chatty. If you notice any bruises or any injury. Also, for volunteers who do home visits, some red flags could be that the client doesn't have enough food in their kitchen, no electricity or water for several days, or this happens frequently. Even some clients may try to make you stay longer after you finish your volunteer activities. Please remember, confidentiality of information is to be respected in accordance with professional ethics and legal obligations. All discussions must be confidential and only with senior management staff. With the aging population, Australia will see increasing rates of older people over the next few decades, making elder abuse an important issue to respond to. The organizations that provide support to anyone suffering elder abuse in Australia are the Australian Institute of Family Studies, which is a research government agency that also provides support resources for the well-being of Australian families. They have a full list of elder abuse support services across Australia. The Elder Abuse Prevention Unit provides free assistance to anyone who experiences, witnesses, or suspects the abuse of an older person. Please note, this is not a crisis or reporting agency. The Senior Rights Victoria provides information, support, advice, and education to help prevent elder abuse. Services include a helpline, legal services, and advocacy. Finally, the National Sexual Assault, Family and Domestic Violence Counseling Services provides specific contact details for services available Australia-wide and each state and territory. If you were present at the time of the aggression or if you're feeling overwhelmed or upset, please feel free to speak with your volunteer coordinator. Talking to someone you trust may help you to release built up tension, understand the situation, and help you to get it out of your system. Further, your well being is important to us, and Babcare offers an employee assistance program to volunteers. This program partners with Converge International, who have trained counselors and psychologists to talk to. If you feel like having a chat and getting some things off your chest, please reach out to them and get the support you need. All the counseling and hardship advice will be confidential, and the first 4 sessions are free. All you need to do is call them and they will guide you through the process on the phone. Additionally, we recommend Lifeline, which offers short-term support in difficult situations and is available 24/7. A final recommendation: try to stay calm. We understand that some situations are difficult, but you need to take care of yourself first. If you need any help, please do not hesitate to ask. Babcare staff will be more than happy to help you. Thank you. Now, to finalize this training, please answer the questions on Better Impact. If you have any questions, please contact your volunteer coordinator.